All right, here we are. Session 42.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. When last we left our heroes, you had completed the purification ritual. Turned out to be a little more draining for some who were not necessarily used to doing some serious magic. Plus, defending your rune circle took a little bit of effort, but was done with great success. The corruption was beaten back from the heart tree, and Niora is feeling a lot better, and also our lovely new friend Mia is also feeling a lot better after sticking her face in the pink goo. The party rightfully decided to continue to camp near the grove. Fynn wanted to wait for the druids, the rest of the druids from the druid circle to come, since Liora went to fetch them. And also everybody was in pretty much a good need of a long rest.
Some of us more than others.
Some more than others. And so with that, you wake up to yet another morning in the in and around the grove of the heart tree. And I mean, I would imagine some of you probably chose to sleep in bed. Some of you may have chosen to sleep out in nature. But you all take a minute, or you all go wake up as people get up, going through now what are probably your normal daily routines. People feeling well rested, and generally healthier than the previous day. What does everybody's morning look like?
Don't all jump at once.
Amia's gonna come over to the river and wash her face and drink some water. But apparently the game is paused.
Oh, well, I mean, yes.
Thank you.
Karen's going to start cooking breakfast for the team.
Did Sam ever give Karen like the magic river water to make coffee out of?
Oh, Sam was just about to do that. Sam is going
Yes.
to go up to
Yes, she did, because we I was able to make that coffee for her last night.
Oh yeah.
Which, remove the level of exhaustion.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the level of exhaustion. The exhaustion. Well, the coffee.
So hey, guess what? You've had a long rest.
Yeah. Is there any more exhaustion left?
Nope. Sam is cleared.
Yay.
Sam wakes up. The birds are chirping. Heart tree is safe. She wakes up and yawns and stretches and is very happy.
She may or may not be experiencing some cardiac funk. The borderline panic attack will come later.
Sorry, say again. Difficult to understand with the echo and your mic kind of cut out.
Disregard.
Cool. Coffee's up, and
Some salt pork and eggs are up also.
I was gonna say breakfast is served, and I would imagine that if that you guys are either eating out in the grove, or have invited Niora back to your wagon for a bite, maybe.
Yeah.
And as the morning kicks off, you guys hear off in the distance some tramping through the woods, and shortly thereafter, Liora and some friends show back up in the grove. Whee. I'm intrigued. Do you guys actually see the tokens?
There we go. I'm back.
Yes, yes, we can. Or at least I can.
Cool. They show up as not tokens in OBS, but that's okay. Suffice it to say, Liora is flanked by 3 other druids. A very old and wise looking male elk, a more middle-aged female otter, and another older middle-aged male bear. And they come. Fynn, you would definitely probably recognize all of these fine folks. Certainly the elk, who is Elder Brannock.
Elder Brannock, okay.
And you would probably know the otter is Aisling, and the other bear is Kalian Bodmal.
Okay. Emily will have a hard time remembering that, but Fynn knows it.
I'll give you all the names in the chat. Here you go.
Great.
Fynn, I am streaming for you right now.
Thanks.
I mean, all things considered, at the moment, other than I've shoved some pictures up there, there's not much to look at. Let's see. And because, you know, God forbid I had put this someplace that I could just copy and paste it.
God forbid.
I can spell. I really can.
Can you though?
Everybody needs a Druish princess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, pulling up Karen's sheet here for a second. The fuck is going on?
These are things that I
There you
can't tell you. I can't answer that question for you. I will even. Oh, I guess for posterity, I will put this also here. I should remember that I can that I can just post to the chat stream in Foundry and it posts to Discord.
Nice.
It has its own channel, not to clutter things up, but that
Yes,
channel,
it does.
yeah.
I actually have that one muted.
I do have pictures somewhere that I probably can show you. Coming at you in Discord. Just so that you have them. Yeah, so they come into the grove. As you all are probably finishing up breakfast, going about other morning activities. And Liora probably quite excitedly leads the way. And, you know, of course, being young and ambitious, probably is a little sad that she missed the action. But definitely is looking happy that her master and mentor is looking a lot healthier than when last they were together. And she kind of leads the group in, and as they get closer, really kind of gets out in front, and I see that you're all still here, and you clearly have beaten back the corruption. This is great to see.
Yeah. We manage.
And she heads over to Niora. Says, "Oh, Master Niora, you look so much better. I'm sorry it took us so long to get here, but I'm glad that I was able to find you help." And Niora looks down at her young charge and lays a paw on her shoulder. And you've done well, and I thank you for all of the help. And as the other druids come closer, the Elder Brannock kind of takes the front and center position, and looks over all of you and nods and acknowledges Fynn, and then looks up at the tree and the new life that has sprung out of the cleansing ritual, and he speaks in a slow and measured voice. This grove has seen much. Centuries of life and wisdom, of balance, and yet, in but a few short years, that balance was broken. The heart of this place blackened by corruption, darkness, insidious, creeping in where light is untended. But just as the roots of this tree run deep, so does the will of those who call this land home. You've done more than cleanse this sacred place. You've rekindled hope. This wound upon the forest would have festered and spread, become an unhealed scar upon the land. But because of you, the song of the trees can be heard again. The whispers of the wind no longer carry sorrow. The spirits, long silenced, now stir once more. And Niora, once nearly lost, is brought back to us. And now he turns and really sets his sight on Fynn. Fynn, you've walked the old paths with an open heart, and you've faced the shadows that threatened our home and stood against them with wisdom of the land itself. We are all proud of you. You honor those who came before and those who will come after. And then he looks across to the rest of the group, acknowledging also now Karen, who clearly has seen even more than he himself. Says, each of you has shown that the strength of the wilds is not in force alone, but in resilience, in unity, and the courage to stand when all else falls away. The forest will remember your deeds. The wind will carry your names. And the druids of this circle will not forget the debt we owe you. But this is not the end of your journey. There are still shadows on the horizon, and the work is not yet finished. Even now, we feel the undercurrents of a deeper scheme at play. If you continue to seek the truth, the land will guide you. And should you ever need us, you will always have a home here among the trees.
really just kind of like humbly bows his head and is like, thank you, Master Bronick.
Of course, child. We did bring a few gifts for all of you. Liora told us about everything that you had done for her, and we certainly figured that if you were going to if you were able to complete the ritual and cleanse this place as you have been able to do, that we should have something for all of you. And his companions bring out a few things for all of you. For Fynn, he hands you a what appears to be like a seed pendant. It is the verdant seed. I will post all of this in the chat.
Great, thanks.
It does a whole bunch of things.
Weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do have to change this.
He's been doing really well with the fancy toys he got so far.
You know what? I'm gonna give you all some magic items, and whether you choose to use them or not is your choice.
Yeah, since we lost one of the people that we got a magic item for. We
What
need to
do you
find
mean?
turn that around. What?
What do you mean? Who we lose?
We lost Marla.
We lost Pies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the fact that we got an item, a magic item specifically that only a bard can use, and then we lost our bard.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah.
Also, we lost our Pies.
Well, yes, but that's not the same thing. We didn't get anything that's specifically only for a wizard.
Oh,
Only
man.
for pie making.
Who's super echoey?
Did
It's
we?
really goofy.
What did we get that's for
Mia.
pies?
Stacy had Pies.
Stacy had pies.
Yeah,
Stacy
Yeah,
had
but
an
we didn't-
unlimited amount of pies in her apron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was limited, and we didn't get a magic item specifically for her. I was specifically talking about Marla and Taya.
Yes, I was simply referring to we lost Stacy and thus her apron of infinite pies.
I was just making the joke about the infinite pies.
Yes.
Of course,
We do miss our little bard though. She'll
one
forever be missed.
maybe one day I'll
If
actually.
you're listening, Marla.
I'll tell her
Come
that
back to it.
I'll tell her that y'all miss her. There you go. Okay,
Why are there
I've
so many people on my street?
posted the thing. Yes, for L. Yes, potentially another cloak, the Shadow Leaf cloak. For Karen, the Oakheart pendant. Wait, for Mia, the Bracers of the Wild Hunt. And for Sam, the go figure, another stabby, the Thornbite blade.
Damn, dude.
Never enough stabbies. Sam likes the stabbies.
I
Well,
feel
like,
targeted and happy at the same time. Thank you very much.
Sam can only
What?
be like maximum two stabbies at the time.
Why do you feel targeted?
Because I didn't succeed a single Constitution saving throw yet last week.
You know what? It is really important for spellcasters to be able to succeed those.
Hey,
Why?
Alex,
Yeah. Why are you so echoey today? not
I
not
don't
you.
know what's
Not
going
you.
on.
I think it's
Oh.
Dean.
No, it is not me. It is Stacy
Oh.
or Mia, wherever the
It hasn't been me, but anywho,
Robin.
Robin. Yep.
are you going to be adding these items into the
I can add them
Even-
into D&D Beyond if you would like.
Thank
Yes.
Great.
you?
Yes,
Which is
please.
faster.
Yes, but for now you have at least a description of what they do. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to make them do all of the things that they are supposed to do, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah. So
But I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you.
You are here with Finn's mentor, and I would imagine Finn
At least
probably
some of it.
feels like these folks are somewhat of his extended family. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Finn actually starts quietly chatting with them about the state of the forest and the cult of the Black Rose and
Everyone, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I have to take care of something.
the pink goo and the constructs and the way it corrupts the animals. And he shows them the notebook, Stacy's notebook.
Yeah.
It's not actually Stacy's notebook, but you know what I mean. The one that Stacy badly wanted to be her notebook.
Well, certainly at the as the conversation turns towards the pink goo, Aisling, the otter, starts to perk up a little, and she's like, I've definitely come across this before, and I've been trying to do a little bit of studying of what this actually is. I've definitely seen both plants and animals that have been corrupted, for lack of a better word, and there's definitely there are definitely ties to wherever this goo actually comes from, and the experimentation that the vampires seem to be doing. Best I can tell, it looks like they are trying to figure out some way to continue to extend life. Their search for true immortality. So that's the more we see it, it's very interesting to hear about the other places that you've seen this.
Oh, and other members of the party have seen it more places. And he grabs L.
Uh,
Tell him about the pink
I
goo. And what'd you say? The gray and the what'd you call it? Gray goo.
oh yeah, that stuff is it goes boom. The gray goo goes boom.
Oh, Aisling looks at. Oh yeah, that's just exploding putty. That's pretty common.
What? Wait. Uh, really?
Yeah, yeah. People have we've known how to make that for a long time. If you hit it hard enough, it explodes.
Yes, it definitely does do that. Yes. Uh, my apologies. I grew up on a farm. We didn't have use for the gray goo, so when I saw it for the first time, it was amazing and kind of scary.
Yes, I can see how if you haven't seen something like that before, it would be impressive.
Yeah.
Senor, may I trouble you for for the recipe for this gray putty?
Well,
No.
Okay.
No.
Au revoir, senor. Please,
Uh,
I'll be very nice of it, and you'll have half. And you will have a very unlimited
no.
amount of C4.
It sounds
See?
it sounds like your friends are somewhat against this. I also don't recommend traveling with it. It's not the most stable of compounds.
You're just still wagging your tail, eyes big, and like begging, like, come on,
like
just a
the yeah.
just a little recipe, a small portions, make smoke bomb.
You get this image implanted into your head of a rabbit whose name is Bugs Bunny going, no.
This has become a staring contest.
I mean,
Roll for your tracks first.
Aisling looks at Finn and just says, "Look, this is basic chemistry. I believe that your companion here could, should he want to, explain to you how to make such a thing. That I will leave to you."
And
It's not
Mia
even
just,
it's not even a magical thing. Like it, it, it's just basic
so,
chemistry.
wait, which one would have the knowledge? Finn?
We could roll to see if Finn has ever read the recipe. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that is entirely up to you.
What role would that be?
History.
History.
All right, hang on. 19.
Yeah, yes. Finn definitely would know this recipe. Whether or not
There's
Finn
like-
chooses to share it is up to Finn.
Right, I
I
was
think
gonna
with
say,
that, Finn has read the whole anarchist cookbook.
Finn's just like, no.
Aw.
now is not the time or the place.
Look at you. Are you a good boy? What a good boy. Came inside and Baggins is just in his crate like, Mama.
I would imagine if Finn is dragging other people into the conversation that, well, Mia, certainly this is probably the first time that Mia has seen the pink goo, but certainly Sam was around with Elle way back at the beginning. Sam's retelling of the story might be very interesting.
Really nice.
We it was our like first few dungeon delves, and it was kind of all over the place. And then there was this one strange amalga I'll try to basically stumbling over the words. A mixture of creature thing.
Yes. An amalgamation.
Yeah, that's the thing. And one of our party members at the time like tried learning how to do it for some reason. Because there was also a book there.
Do you that's the book that Finn showed, yes?
I think Finn was showing Stacy's book. But way back then there was a book on how to make the thing ish that somebody was wanting or something.
There definitely there was also the tablets in the room, like the giant stone tablets that were like instructions.
Maybe they copied down the tablets into a book or something. Maybe that's what
I
I'm
have
thinking of.
returned. My apologies for that.
Well, all of this would be certainly interesting to see if we could put some more of these pieces together. It would seem that they aren't just spreading this corruption for the sake of it. They're clearly experimenting. These strange mutations that we all have seen. She pulls out a vial of the pink goo and kind of swirls it around and looks at it. It isn't just corruption. It's some kind of alchemical enhancement. I suspect they are trying to reinforce bodies, maybe create new vessels, new hosts. And she shudders a little bit at this thought and puts the vial back in her satchel. If they perfect this, it could be very, very dangerous.
Sam kind of looks up to her and goes, "You know, if you ever find yourself near Aaron, we have a friend that's actually studying up pink goo. And with the concentrated thing that we got of the pink goo, she'd probably absolutely share all of what she's learned so far with you. If you find yourself out that way."
It is a long way away, but sometimes we make it out of the forest.
Also, there's I forgot his name. There's a mad scientist type guy out that way who's doing some experiments to try to figure this stuff out as well.
Isn't the ferret part of the
Morris, yes, Morris takes.
part of the movie?
Yes, he visits Litfeld on a regular basis. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Like he's not connected to Aaron. He's part of
Well,
Litfeld.
he has a home outside of Erin, but yes. He joins up with the caravan on a regular basis.
Got it.
Well, certainly, if your friend is traveling with Litfeld, it's entirely possible that that they may come, or that the next time that they are up this way, we may take a moment to spend some time with them, compare notes, as it were.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Just be careful with any and all of the stuff in his shop that he loses and might go boom.
You see, he's one of those scientists, and you can hear the quotation marks, the air quotes.
He leans to her and he says, he's a ferret chemist engineer.
Well, they may not be the most adherent to a scientific methodology, but they certainly have had their fair share of discoveries.
Karen's still trying to figure out if he loses the items in his shop or if he loses his shop from time to time.
Yes. The true answer to that is going to be yes. But not lose like misplace. Lose like it goes away.
It goes boom.
It goes boom, and then he rebuilds.
Okay. I just thought it was a wandering shop where it just shows up every once in a while and then he has to go find it.
No. That's what happens to the stuff in the shop. The shop itself goes boom.
To be completely fair, Karen's a little tired. Still.
I mean, above the table, because Karen would definitely understand, the eccentric ferret, right? Like, this is the definition of like ADHD hoarder on cocaine.
That is completely 100% fair, but I still think Karen, over half hearing the conversation, still trying to drink his coffee, because how many times did he get hit yesterday and like taken down to half health? About 3 or 4.
He's been hit in the head a couple of times.
He's been hit in the head a couple times, and his soul's been attacked multiple out of those times. So he's listening. It's like, wait, he loses the items, like the shop whenever the shop disappeared. Wait, does the shop just fucking disappear? What kind of arcane bullshit is this?
Signs of a concussion.
Yeah. What else you guys doing with friends here?
Yeah, what's everyone else doing?
Uh,
I mean, I guess we know Karen is nursing a post-battle hangover.
Ella's gonna take
I
the
didn't
second
drink
to
last
last
night,
cup.
okay? The
Sorry.
post-battle hangover, the post-battle concussion.
Yes.
Wait,
Ella's
who
gonna
caught
be
the food?
drinking a cup of coffee as well. Because why not?
We don't need the death bunny on speed, okay? We just need the death bunny, all right?
No, we definitely needed them on speed.
Alex, I have an idea for a potion. We can talk about this afterwards.
Sure. Yeah, what other things do you all want to talk about? You have some wise and experienced folk here with you.
Sam is messing with her new sword and has almost gotten tangled up in it a few times as it becomes a whip.
Do you have any good poison recipes from the items in this woods?
This question, I think Aisling, who's clearly more of the scientist of the group, would she certainly regards what?
I was saying, Dean, I don't feel like I've ever seen you demand that enemies make a saving throw against a poison.
Because I haven't used any yet.
Aisling looks at Karen with very much the same reverence that you see her look at Elder Brannock, and clearly recognizing that Karen is a quite ancient creature in and of himself, and she pulls away from the group and beckons Karen to follow. And as you kind of walk out of the general range of the rest of the conversation, she will pick up and, well, certainly for someone of your experience, I don't mind sharing some of our more dangerous recipes. As I'm sure that you know, these should only be used with great caution, but as I said, I'm sure that your many years of wisdom would grant you that knowledge anyway. I certainly can point out some of the local the local flora that might be of interest to you, and let me find you some of my notes as well.
That would be very much appreciated.
I
To
assume.
put yourself at ease.
Go ahead.
What was that?
Okay.
To put yourself at ease, I'm trying to develop antidotes for these poisons. I'm a cleric myself. I'm a healer.
Yes, well, of course, one needs to have something to heal in order to create an antidote. This all makes sense. And above the table, I assume this is linked to what you had said before about having an idea for a potion. And as I have yet to have all of the details, the two of you take some time to go compare some notes. And we will look at the outcome of all of that after we chat offline.
You are possibly correct with that. There's a probability that you are correct.
Cool. So Karen and Aisling are off comparing some notes on some potion making, and what information are the rest of you looking for? Or has Sam completely tied herself up in a magical weapon and requires being rescued?
Mia's just watching Sam tangle herself up.
Badly. Tangle herself up badly with a 3 for dexterity saving throw.
She's contemplating on whether she wants to help Sam or if she wants to watch Sam get out of it
Both.
herself.
Well, at some point, Finn's going to transition to talking about if they know anything about the Dramphinians trying to find the rest of the Cult of the Black Rose that was, in the area.
So Finn turns the conversation to the Dramphinians, and Kalian answers or steps in at this point, and he says, well, the Dramphinians always ride hard against fiends wherever they find them. If they were sent this way, they certainly would not ignore the signs of corruption. He furrows his brow a little bit and thinks for a moment. But we have not seen them. Not a trace, not a whisper of their march. This troubles me. The cult is clever. The vampires are cunning. If the paladins engaged them, I would think that we would have known. Which means either they've been delayed, or they've been drawn into some other unseen circumstance. Hopefully, if you continue to seek the cult, you'll find the Dramphinians as well. I suppose without knowing how many they actually sent, they may have chosen not to engage at all. It's hard to say. They are quite keen, and I don't think that they would put themselves at risk if they didn't think that they could come out on top.
he's processing this information basically and thinking about like what the littlest paladin told him. The littlest paladin that could.
And while Fynn processes for a minute, Elder Brannock speaks up.
It's like, that's why they were going this direction.
And he says, we've been watching the Church of the Black Rose for some time now. They came into the lands quite quietly, whispering promises of salvation and power to those willing to listen. They're a somewhat strange sect, built on shadows and deception. But as you all are well aware, their faith is a lie, just a mask for the fiends. He motions towards the last shriveling bits of the corruption that is still disappearing, as he says, the rituals they performed here, this was not merely a means to defile the land, as Aisling pointed out. They're definitely testing something. There are similar corruptions that have taken root elsewhere, always near places of power. The ones we got to fast enough, we were able to push back. We know that they have a stronghold somewhere up in the mountains beyond the forest. We've seen their agents moving through the foothills. Always in secrecy. I couldn't tell you the exact location. But there's definitely been activity at the ruins of Kirak and at the old mining settlement of Ashen Hollow.
That's good information, Sam says as she just kind of gives up for a moment and just collects her strength. Which one of the two do you think is more powerful? If I got any read off of that Black Fang guy, he's gonna go after the stronger of the two.
Can you make notes of those names or those places, or are you?
Yes, I definitely can. Stand by, caller.
Thanks.
I've also already done so, and if you need any of the notes, have been posting them under Sam's channel.
Fabulous.
Pages of things.
Extra fabulous.
There you go. Um, yes, and um, Kayleen will speak up and say, we've definitely seen activity up in the foothills. The ruins at Kirak were abandoned a few decades ago, but we've definitely noted cultists traveling up that way, and we've also noticed that every now and then, what seem to be odd weather patterns coming from both of these places or surrounding both of these locations that would indicate some strange use of magic.
That sounds like as good a place as any to start.
And
Whichever place has the worst weather.
Elder Brannock says again, "You've done a great service here, cleansing this grove. The work is clearly not yet done. We'll remain here and continue to heal the land. As you continue to seek this source of darkness. Remember that the vampires are patient and meticulous creatures. Though current action suggests that they might be getting close to whatever it is they're looking for. The church seems to not be content to sit in the shadow anymore. So, go carefully.
Aye. And she wiggles one hand free. Mia, help.
See, it just helps. Like
Brannock sketches a couple runes in the air, and all of the vines and whip and whatnot releases you and turns back into a blade.
Much appreciated. Fynn, you got that rune, right?
Yes, Fynn got the.
So it sounds like either the ruins or the mining settlement Maybe we can see from afar on the wagon which one looks more weathery. And she moves her hand in a circular kind of motion of, I don't know the better word, but it's close enough. Things.
Who's up for the mining settlement?
Sure.
Well,
We can at least start there.
we were
Uh,
told that they were headed to the mountains, so I'd say that's the best place to start.
Was the ruins in the mountains?
Both locations are in the foothills. In like this, the mountain range effectively runs north to south, so one is just further north than the other.
can Mia run a history check on whether or not she's been through the mines before? In like maybe some past one-shot episode from way back when.
You certainly can.
Just seeing if these were the same mines that yeah. 22.
Yeah, with the 22, Mia considers the names of these places and where they are on the map, and realizes that no, these are not places that she has explored before.
These are not the mines you are looking for.
Tell me more about these ruins.
Sure.
Because I seem to remember. I don't know if this is actually like valid or not, because I don't actually have a true eidetic memory, but I seem to remember something about like a cave.
Yes, I believe. I have to remember who talked about it. Well, it would have been.
I feel like the Left Behind Paladin said something about a cave.
Yes, I think that is true. So, the ruins at Kirak are, or rather, I can hold on. So, as I assume Fynn, I assume Fynn just asks this question of
No, it was me. The player.
you okay.
I assume Fynn would know about the ruins of Kurak.
Sure. I was just trying to determine if I should give you this as a like, let me make the characters talk about it, or if we figure that Fynn knows and therefore I can just give you the information. The ruins of Kirak are exactly that. It is like a small settlement or town that had been abandoned at some point. So it is all ruined structures or abandoned structures, and being taken back over by the land kind of thing. The the mining settlement at Ashen Hollow would fit more of the description of, oh, we heard that there was a cave, right? Because there's a mine. And you know, this was more recent. It is a settlement that was more recently in use. Like, it certainly would likely be known that it hadn't like fallen to complete. People didn't think of it. People don't think of it as ruins. Right. It was.
Stand by. Sunny just dropped.
Yes, I see.
So-
I'll just keep talking here. It'll be fine.
For our listeners out there.
It's all good. I have pages.
So I do have a question about the ruins of Carrick.
Yeah.
Were there once dwarves there, and did they have a grudge?
There are no dwarves in this world. Not certainly on a regular basis.
In Warhammer, the Warhammer 3, the Total War Warhammer 3, there is a dwarf fortress named Kaze Karak, and they have a grudge.
I wasn't paying attention to my battery and my phone died.
It happens.
Basically, as soon as I said that I was asking about the ruins.
So everything that I said, you didn't hear. Love it. Cool. It's
Long and short, there's no dwarfs there, and there's no grudge. So sadly,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I wasn't like delivering some great in character speech right there. The ruins of Kirak are it is what probably would have been a middle to larger settlement that was abandoned probably long before the dungeon started appearing. So, you know, this is a location that is generally turned back over to nature, is being reclaimed by nature and whatnot. So very much actual ruins. I mean, I would imagine, given Fynn having lived in the area with the druids, would probably know that, like, you know, this while it is certainly not a major throughway, you know, this area is littered with minor passes through the mountains that would have that would connect you into Aurea, however far less traveled than the main major passes in the mountain range. Hence some of these locations going out of use, as travel on main thoroughfares became more common. The settlement at Ashen Hollow is or was a mining settlement. It was much more recently had fallen to disuse, likely due to people being scared off by the dungeon and places underground. However, so thus leaving not a bad place to potentially take over if you're looking for some place that you didn't necessarily want to go build some new infrastructure. Also potentially rich in useful minerals and whatnot from the mines, or so. But this would be certainly a more modern and actually more intact location than the ruins.
So the mines are better above the table.
I really don't know.
To the mines it is.
Yeah.
To the mines!
Hi ho.
Hi ho! Hi ho! Hi ho!
Oh,
It's off.
it's off to the mines we go.
Do,
With
do,
razor
do,
blades and hand grenades. Hi ho! Hi ho!
Wow. That's, yep, okay.
We'll stock on food and last birthdays. Hi ho! Hi ho! Hi ho! Hi ho!
Cool. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you pack up and head out?
Finn's gonna make sure that he gets that broken binding rock to the elders.
Ah, yes. Brannick takes the broken seal from Fynn, and he thanks you for it. And he says, I don't think that this seal can be reused, but I think that between the 5 of us who will stay here, we can forge a new seal for the heart tree. Certainly, the work that you have done to cleanse the tree has set us back on the right path. And the groundwork is laid to reseal this tree and this part of the forest.
Ominous.
Yay, we did it, guys. We saved the forest.
Yay!
Otto, be quiet. He can hear you. He doesn't like it. And we got sweet loot.
And you got sweet loot.
Yep.
Ain't that the truth? Hmm.
Wrong one. I thought that horn was like a more like ecstatic Hawaii 5-0 type.
Yeah, no. That was not it there, huh?
Nope, that was disappointing.
Here, how about this?
Wrong. Yeah.
There you go.
Does maybe level up now?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
imagine he'll tell us when we level up.
I will let you know. Cool. Any other business?
Not that I can think of.
I don't think so.
Wagons ho. Wonderful. So you part ways with the Druid Circle. And they as they set up camp to stay here for longer, or expand on the camp that Niora and Liora already had. You pack all your supplies back up. Maybe take a little bit of advantage of the resurgence of the bounty of the forest. Forage up a few things to replenish some stock. And you head out in a generally westward direction towards the mountain range that one can see in the not that great distance, poking above the treetops. Likely with Fynn kind of pointing the way. This is not the most well-traveled section of the world. So, yes, there are roads. They're not always the best roads. And it takes you certainly the rest of this day and probably a good portion of the next to get over into the foothills and find what is probably best described as the track that leads out to the mining settlement at Ashen Hollow. as you head up into the mountains, into the foothills, the air starts to change. It gets a little cooler, and the vibrant greens of the forest give way to a paler landscape and ashen earth. In ancient trees dot the landscape. However, they appear to be stripped of life and color. Their bark cracked and blackened, though it doesn't seem like there has actually been active fire here in a long time. You come towards a natural ravine. Its walls jagged and uneven, and it stretches out before you. And a thick mist clings the ground as you descend into the ravine, swirling around your feet, almost like fingers grasping at you.
Alex,
yeah.
You were a lot louder earlier, and now you're very, very, very quiet.
I'm sorry. I literally just leaned back and therefore away from the microphone. Cool. The yes, a thick mist clings to the ground, swirling around your feet. If you didn't know better, you might feel like it was grasping at you like fingers. There is here yet again
At one point, when the mist like swirls at him, Fynn literally as he's walking along next to the wagon, he kicks at it and is like, "No touchy."
Hi.
None of that. None of that now.
Once again, you find that you are in a place where there is a somewhat unnatural silence. You can't hear birds or insects, only the creaking and swaying of the dead trees. And the faint rustle of the grass and whatnot as you move through the landscape. The further you descend, the stronger the sense of something watching from the darkness.
Somebody watching me.
If we could just track the silence, we could probably get to the right place.
I was just about to ask that. Like, can I roll like an investigation to see if I smell anything nearby?
Yeah,
to smell
sure.
or look.
You certainly can.
Awesome. Mia's on top of the wagon because I'm assuming she's still not allowed to drive. And
No.
Look, Karen's not even allowed to drive.
She can drive if Fynn is walking the horse.
Mia can't even do that at the moment.
20.
Cool. As you continue deeper into the ravine and up into the hollow, the air is thick with an acrid metallic scent. In fact, to Mia, it is it is a smell that is like blood, but also not. But also somewhat familiar recently. The just as you are all taking in your surroundings, there are scattered bones and broken tools, and it seems to hint at more failed experiments.
Does it smell like the blood wine that I had in the goblet?
The blood what?
The blood wine that was in the goblet of the vampire.
I see.
Wine and I couldn't let it go.
Now I remember what you're talking about. I guess it might be somewhat similar. I mean, I was going to say, you of all people probably know blood has a fairly distinct smell. So
Nat for if Black Fang is around here, let's fucking go.
Nice. You don't detect. Well, sorry. The sense that you detect might indicate that Black Fang was here, but certainly not recently. Like, this is a very old, very faint scent.
It's an old smell. An old smell that smells.
Yeah. As you kind of come to the actual settlement here, you do see that it is built against the walls of this ravine, where various entrances to the mines look basically like dark shadows against the gray rock. And you can see the remnants of possibly some banners, maybe some carved paraphernalia that bears the symbol of the Black Rose around the settlement. And would probably note that scattered around are various faintly glowing pink splotches in the mist, possibly indicating the presence of pink goo.
Damn, who was here? God's damn. There we go. Sorry.
You know, it's great.
Oh, great. More goo.
Pink Goo and You is the name of the book that I'm writing right now.
Pink goo and you.
Yep. It's an informational guide on how to deal with the pink goo infestation. Mia was the first test subject I had.
Yeah,
On
I
the
was
way here,
really wanting more out of that.
Yeah, I was wondering what was the effects? What did we
on the
learn
way
from
here,
this?
and especially, you know, as they got closer, did Finn? He was trying to see if he could find any like tracks or signs of the Dramphinians having come this way.
Roll investigation.
Isn't tracking considered survival?
It can be survival also, sure.
$14.
Cool. With a 14, there are a lot of tracks that head in and out of this ravine. It appears to be fairly well traveled. Hard to distinguish between what may have been a what would have been a company of paladins versus any other group of well-armed folks heading in and out.
Rats.
Oh, I just had a really funny idea.
Oh.
It would just be a really funny
Like,
full
are the
cir-
mines abandoned?
full circle moment.
Like, is the town
Um,
abandoned?
as but yeah, and for this, make an investigation roll.
Investigation, like not perception,
or
like
perception.
it's
Perception
not
is
like they're searching the fucking town. Just how does it seem when they get there?
sure.
I will gladly make a perception roll. Thank you very much, Alex.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Where did I just? Oh,
That'd be a 23.
cool.
Oh, damn.
At 8. Finn keeps
Insane.
sneezing, I guess.
Fynn is allergic to the mist. Hilarious.
I'll I'll roll that investigation. Why not?
That's the wrong
19.
Oh God. Wait. Okay. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Thug. This is where I go stick stuff in completely the wrong folder. Life is good.
I mean, I'm sure Karen's already got it, but Elle got a 24 for it.
Oh, shit.
Perception check.
There you go, El. El being more perceptive than the fucking jackal. Let's go.
I mean,
He's looking through you.
the rogue should be, right? Like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Are rogues perceptive? I thought rogues are supposed to be like investigation is not necessarily wisdom.
I guess that might be true.
yeah.
Wow.
I've got
But you,
proficient.
you-
Rogues
I've got
seem to be-
expertise.
But
Most
you
rogues
see-
do seem to be too smart for their own good, although they're not as wisdom dump as, wizards are.
true, but you are forgetting one thing. Before he was a rogue, he was a fashionista, and that fashionista has an eye for detail.
Here,
That-
here.
That is a very funny way to put it. I like it. That's good.
My wisdom and intelligence are both flat 10s, but I have expertise in perception.
Sorry. I need to do. Okay. Cool. As you come into this town, it is quiet. It doesn't seem like there is it doesn't seem like there is the activity that you would expect from a mining camp, regardless of who was running it and whether or not it was actively being used for mining. Although signs do indicate that it was recently used for mining. So, it, yes, I mean, to be fair, too quiet is not necessarily a bad descriptor. It is not what you would expect. I would not presume to assume that you actually approach such a place with any kind of well, I mean, I guess now that Stacy's not here, maybe you actually do approach places like this with caution, but that certainly would not have been the case in the past. So,
there are several voices urging caution when approaching places like this now.
So cool. Yeah. You there are a handful of buildings around. And the mine entrances against the the walls of the ravine. And I will give you a map. It's not necessarily the best that I was hoping for, but it's what I have. And it should be sufficient for our adventure. Doo-doo. Just want to do that because it's easier on the eyes.
Mutter, mutter, mumber, mutter, mumble, mumble, mumble. I have no idea what the DM is saying.
He's talking about the map.
Yes. All I was saying was I will give you a map. And you come into this town. Please imagine that, the funny blue crystals on this map are actually, more
Does
like.
anybody else see just black with our tokens?
Oh.
No.
No.
Oh,
I mean, granted, I'm looking at what Dean is saying, so.
maybe
Oh.
refreshing will help.
I mean, yeah, apparently you're not the only.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, thing, big man.
Whoops, broken. Good, broken like that. What the frick? Oh, that's very strange. I broke things, but that's okay.
Oh no.
It's all good.
Oh no! The
Oh
door
no!
is broken.
Here we are.
Don't mind me, but my ADHD brain is taking over, so I'm respooling my fishing rod.
That's totally fine. Yeah. Cool. Well, the map has gone broken in the recording, but it is what it is. So
Whoops.
you're looking at this lovely little town at the end of the ravine, with mines going off in the walls. For the sake of our story, you can imagine these funny blue crystals on this map as something more like glowing purple pools in the mist. Glowing pink pools in the mist. For some reason, I want to always. I have to continually remind myself that the goo is pink and not purple. But here we are. Yeah, it is a quiet place. Too quiet. And it looks rather like this town, this village, has been quite hastily abandoned. There are supplies scattered around. There are crates that look like they've been dropped and left. And there are certainly places where it looks like there might be bloodstains along walls and buildings.
Oh dear.
Oh, dearie me.
it appears that the cult left in quite a hurry.
Blood smears.
Oh, really?
Sam's gonna go take a look around.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex. What
Yeah,
did we notice
Finn-
with our 24 perception check?
uh, all of these things that I just told you.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
You might also notice, yeah, well, as we've talked about, the glowing bits of pink goo in the landscape, which seem to indicate or have started to warp, corrupt the environment, as it were.
Does Sam see any gray goo among all of these old puddles by chance?
No. I assume that you're thinking of the do I see any exploding putty?
Yeah, no. She remembers fondly the first time she poked it. Don't poke it.
Poke it with a stick.
She poked it with a sword, and she found out.
What did we learn today, Sam?
We look out for the gray goo first. The pink goo is arbitrary.
Okay.
Arbitrary is not exactly the word Finn would use.
Yeah. Cool. Sam, as you go poking around, you
He boof, and I'll be right back.
okay. Yes. Oh, it's funny. I probably have appropriate. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get a couple things organized at the same time that we're doing all of this. I love it. It's gonna be great. And sorry. Do the things. Cool. As you start poking around the houses, you continue to notice what appears to be more remnants of a hasty retreat. Things are just scattered about as if they didn't quite make it into crates. There are definitely signs of struggle. Sorry, who had somebody had a big perception check too, right?
L and
L.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
L and Karen had a 24 and a 25.
I
Or
had a
23
20
and
on
24.
invest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So L with their big ears would probably note in the silence that it is while it is an unnatural silence, the sound, like what L does pick out faintly, is like a scraping or digging or something scraping against rock, but it is very faint and sounds like it is coming from one of the mine entrances. And of course, being a mine is full of lovely echoes and whatnot.
There's something here. It's in one of those mine shafts. Barely hear it, but there's something scratching.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't there be anything here?
Yeah.
Let's just be simple. It's never
And-
just simple.
And with the
All right,
pink
I'm back.
goo sitting around, I'm betting whatever it is corrupted and wants to kill us.
What showed up?
Nothing has
There's-
showed up yet.
Nothing has shown up yet.
But
But I
something's
hear
wrong.
something out there in one of the mine shafts.
Right.
Does it sound like danger?
I mean, pink goo scratching in a mine when
Pink goo
everything
is more than
else
likely
is
involved
this
in it.
eerie, unnatural
Fynn
silence.
tries to listen to see if he can hear anything. Since he knows it's there, can it be with advantage?
Sure.
Karen just asked L. Pink goo
It
more
did
than
not
likely
make it
involved.
better. I got a 12.
Cool. Yeah, with a 12, and assuming that nobody has really moved into town terribly much further than Sam at this point, you pick up on what Elle was hearing, this echoey scratching on rock, and like there is definitely activity. It doesn't sound like mining or what
Does it sound
Fynn
like
would.
anything that Fynn would know?
It sounds
Like Teen Spirit.
no, it smells like Teen Spirit. Um, it sounds more natural, more base, more base as in basic, like
I'm sorry. He had booping. What did you say after more bass?
as in basic, not like low end.
Yeah.
Like animalistic, as it were.
Right. Instead of people.
Yes. Yes. As you
Does Fynn know of if this mine region, like this region in general, but like this mine town had any issues with like natural pests, basically, of the kind that you find in mines, like, you know, kobolds, whatever.
Give me history.
17.
Yeah, with a 17, Fynn would know that not these mines weren't, say, infested. However, they there should be wildlife and whatnot, and like when Fynn thinks about it, it makes sense that this would be the kind of place that somebody would want to set up an experiment like what they've seen, because this is a place where one could grab creatures that or not willful creatures, quiet-minded creatures for experimentation, and
Lovely.
not necessarily go hunting for them.
There's probably critters in that. We're probably hearing critters.
And
Yes, but with the pink goo around, I'm betting they're corrupted
Well, might
and
be.
likely going to try to kill us. I say we try to kill them first.
I mean, they might have tried to kill us anyway.
Regardless, Sam readies her new sword. Just in case.
No, not yet. Input wants to like poke around the build. What happened? Let's try to figure out what happened.
We could do that when it's safer and not something potentially trying to kill us.
Okay. Hang on. Before we do that, let's see here. Yeah. Finn's gonna. Are you worried enough that you think we need to go check it out now, or?
I don't
Great,
want to be
fine, never mind.
surprised when we're scouting these buildings out.
Yeah. So Finn casts conjure animals, and we've got our two the big wolf buddies again.
Wolf buddies.
Where the heck did I put the wolves? Oh, where did I put the wolves?
What are they called?
Oh, I found them. They're dire wolves. I got them.
Dire wolves.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Where
Bring
do
them
you
out. Bring them out.
where do they materialize? Where do they manifest?
I mean, like in front of him.
In like
How about? Well, so are they currently like at the mouth of the town, or are they?
yeah. They're walking into, yes, the mouth of the town.
Okay, well, they're basically gonna be the front of the party ish.
So Fynn summons the wolves. They come up.
Yeah, like before, they're gonna be in front of whoever's leading.
Sam is currently out in front. Go figure.
Although this is not for you, this is mine. Mama, share it.
Cool. As you all start to make your way into this town towards the center of the mining town, you hear a long howl, which is then joined by a second howl, and this comes from the two mine entrances that you see. And following that, you see two large hound creatures, corrupted. Oh, of course, this did a dumb. Hang on. Let me. Where did that work? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know why it shows up that way. Okay, fine. That step out of each of the mines. And Wee's guns to rolls initiative.
Great.
See, this is why we try to make sure that we don't get attacked first, and then we can do the investigating as to see what happened.
It's all
This
good.
is why we prepare first, attack, and then we do the other stuff.
Well then, someone sounds angry.
Okay. You have the stats for them. Are
The
you gonna roll initiative for them, Alex?
Yes, I can roll initiative for the dire wolves. I will give them both.
Well, I have no idea what their like bonus is. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I will give them because they act together, or they act on your initiative, or yes, they act on one initiative.
They have their own initiative.
Right.
They
but
do
the
act.
pair of
they
them
have
act together.
They each act on the same, like in the exact same spot in the initiative.
Yes. Okay.
Technically, they can do different things.
Yes.
Nat 20 for a dirty 22.
Woohoo!
Oh, look at you getting the.
Ow. Yeah. Elle got a 20.
Elle got a 20.
I think that's the first time I've rolled like that well on initiative.
What about Mia? Robin?
You're muted. There you go. Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't even process that it hadn't been so echoey.
We still can't hear you, Robin.
She got a 16. She just sent me a message.
16. You also have to remove. Oh my god, you're also tiny.
Yay, Karen goes last.
Nope. Almost last.
Second to last. Yay.
One of the wolves goes after you.
No. They both do.
No,
No,
the
the
enemy,
things that
the
are
enemy
attacking us.
wolves.
Oh, the other wolves. Got it.
I love not having dexterity anymore, guys. It's great.
What can I say except
Very good.
you're welcome?
It's a good thing you're not the surgeon.
Something like that. Where the surgeon? Oh, yeah, I guess so. That that's certainly one way to think about it.
I just finished restringing my fishing rod for tomorrow. Excited.
Going fishing, I hate you.
I have
Agreed.
a stocked fishing pond on my property.
Oh. Shit, you don't even need a license for that.
Nope.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure most places fishing season hasn't even opened yet.
I can just go when I want, where I want it. Just catch and release, which is the nice thing.
What's it stocked
What?
What?
with? I said, what's it stocked with?
Oh,
Wait,
bluegill,
where'd everybody go?
crappies, and
Okay. That's enough.
cat. That's what I know.
Okay, so cat and panfish. Nice.
Yep.
Where,
See, that
where,
sounds like dinner to me.
It
Yep.
absolutely sounds like dinner to me too.
where'd all the tokens go?
I still see them.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay.
It's a you thing, Alex.
It is. I just had to reload the map, apparently. It's all good. I unfucked it for myself.
Yay.
Congratulations, Alex. You can't hear me clapping, but I'm clapping for you.
It's gonna be great. You know, blorp. So, go ahead. Well, I will ask you this because it is 12:30 for me. Do you want to get into combat now, or do we want to pick up here next time so that we don't stop in the middle of combat?
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yep.
Because that seems like not a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. Then we shall pick up in ye olde abandoned mining town that is not quite so abandoned. Next time.
But definitely ye olde.
Ye olde. Ye olde spooky mining town at the end of a ravine.
I don't know. The
in-
fact that there's a wolf doesn't necessarily mean it's not abandoned.
That's true. That's true. Cool. Who did we just lose?
Bye.
That
Bye,
seems to me like very
Mia.
good evidence for
Oh.
it being abandoned.
Hi, Mia.
Welcome back, Mia.
My microphone died.
Copy.
Yeah,
Ah.
we kind of noticed.